Let's explode!
I'm talking about the 80s. Oh, yeah.
Great Scott!
Cream of the crop. Oh, yeah.
Mega power, yeah!
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
This podcast is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon, like our new supporter, Ben. Welcome aboard. At the $5 tier, which Ben just joined, you get the instant access to the entire back catalog of Patreon episodes and can enjoy more than 20 bonus episodes of this show, featuring things like Top Gun, Dirty Dancing, and so many more. Die Hard. Just another to name a few, as well as some fun experimental stuff. We recently just did a really fun episode talking about our top 4 Letterboxd style and our top 4 movies that made us love movies. By the way, I saw another Letterboxd interview that made me want to steal top 4 theatrical experiences. So that's one that could be a fun wrinkle.
I definitely, yeah. I know one off the top of my head already.
Yeah, same. I don't want you to answer it, but like maybe a future Patreon episode, because I had a lot of fun with that. So maybe we come up with some more categories. Anyway, it's patreon.com/dissectingthe80s, and you can get all that back catalog stuff instantly, custom RSS feed, and so you don't even have to change podcast apps. You can keep the one you use and like right now. Patreon.com/dissectingthe80s. Welcome to Dissecting the 80s. I am Trip Lano, one half of the Mega Podcasting Powers, and with me, as always, my tag team partner, a man whose personality is like 85% comes from this movie, the Macho Man Drew.
Andrew Lano, it does. It certainly does.
It might be 95%.
No, because it's like this, and also Oda Browning Ghost, and
This one is there's so many times that, and the funny thing is it's not just one character.
No, it's not.
Both Nathan Lane and Robin Williams
and Agador.
So many times in this, so many times in this movie, I'm like, oh, there's my brother again.
Yeah, truly, I have at any point in my life, I am one of those. I am Albert, I am Armand, or I am Agador.
I had thrown this out to my wife as like, oh, maybe you want to watch this. And she was kind of non-committal. And I just, timing-wise, I ended up watching it by myself. And like 20 minutes into this, I was like, I should have just made her watch it because this movie's just very good.
It's incredible.
A very excellent movie. Yeah, incredibly funny movie. We will dive into all of that, but the quick rundown of what the Birdcage is about if you've never seen it before. And actually, I'll just say you should go watch it because you'll have a lot more fun seeing this fresh than hearing us ruin all the jokes.
And it's right as of recording, it's like on Tubi, it's on YouTube for free, and it's on Amazon Prime. So it's
and it's on both library streaming services, Hoopla and Canopy.
Okay, cool.
It's on everything. Yeah, it's just out there right now. Very easy to find. I'm assuming that's for Pride Month.
I would guess.
And happy 30th birthday to this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
96 to 2026. Anyway, the plot of this is the son of a nightclub / drag club owner is marrying the daughter of a very conservative politician, and so asks his father to sort of cosplay straight, and hilarity ensues in the classic French door farce style, which we are both so fond of. 2 all-time performances from Nathan Lane and Robin Williams. Another fantastic performance to the many of Gene Hackman
and Diane Wiest.
Diane Wiest. You didn't let me finish. Diane Wiest doesn't get a lot to do and still makes a meal out of almost everything she gets.
What's funny to me, Diane Wiest, not in this role specifically, but Diane Wiest as a person, just like always feels like our mom. She has real big, warm mom energy.
A similar energy. Yeah. Similar energy for sure. But most importantly, this movie by the legendary duo of Nichols and May, Elaine May and Mike Nichols.
And production designed by Bo Welch. Icon of the screen, Bo Welch.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very beautiful to look at. This movie feels so Miami, It's incredibly, the production design is fantastic. But yeah, Nichols and May, legendary comedy duo who then sort of went their separate ways. He was directing, she was writing, and then they collaborated on a couple of movies. This, and I believe Primary Colors is the other, which I feel like I've seen on cable at some point, but have no recollection of. But
and Mike Nichols is an EGOT.
Yes. But they're 2 very funny people. After I was doing this research, realized I hadn't heard most of the or I'd heard some of the comedy, but not a lot, and just a lot of very fun bits that I was revisiting when doing the research for the show. So this is their first film together. They reunited after a couple of decades working apart from one another after spending many years working together. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We start in the nightclub.
Well, we start with the fake oneer.
The club, right? Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about. We're walking through the nightclub.
No, the swooping in. There's this like beautiful like helicopter. Now would be a drone shot. So yes. do they just call them helicopter shots? I'm trying to remember what they used to be called before drones.
Aerial?
Sure. I like that. Aerial.
Helicopter shot seems accurate. So
of like over the ocean, straight at the shoreline, and then across the beach, across the road to the club, the Birdcage. And it's supposed to feel like it's just a one shot, but you can see
right. It does feel like that. Yeah.
The edit, the shift phase, whatever, comes right after Callista Flockhart's name, where the street shifts ever so slightly.
Oh, interesting. I did not catch the shift. I also probably was not paying enough attention to notice that we were doing a oneer off the helicopter shot.
Yeah.
I did notice the club oneer, which was great. I have been on a run of oneers lately.
I love a good oneer.
I just watched The Player, the Robert Altman movie, which I had never seen before, but it's like a classic movie about making movies movie with Tim Robbins in it. And wait, is it Tim Robbins? No, wait. I just watched Hudsucker Proxy and that back to back, and I might be putting Tim Robbins in both movies when he's not. In any case, The Player has a very famous oneer. Even if you don't watch the movie, you would probably enjoy watching the oneer that opens because it's all on a backlot.
Ooh,
and so it's like
okay.
It's a fun one where it like will push into an office and then pull back out of the office and follow a character like a crane.
I love that. I love when it's super dynamic like that, because oneers, you can do the walking oneer. Those are great. There's nothing wrong with that. But like when you can go in and out of places, it's incredible. Yeah, I mean,
I'm similarly a huge fan. I think I recommended to you before, but the show The Studio, the Seth Rogen show on Apple TV, is sort of very spiritually a sequel to The Player. And there's an incredible episode of that where I'm going to ruin this minor thing, but it's a minor thing. Seth Rogen becomes in charge of a studio, and he is rushing to a set because a movie that he greenlit when he was just working at the studio is doing a oneer day, and he's like desperate to be there on set for the oneer. And as he's rushing to this, I realized like almost 10 minutes in the episode that, oh my God, this has been a oneer the whole time. And so the entire 30-minute episode, which is about characters doing a oneer, is a oneer.
That's beautiful. I love that.
As a person who likes movies the way that I do, I think you would really enjoy The Studio. I heartily recommend that. Very funny show, like lots of great.
I love everyone, like a lot of people involved. I love Catherine Hahn, love Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah. Ike Barinholtz is awesome in it.
Do I know him?
Mindy Project.
Didn't see it. He's
famously smart. He won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Celebrity Jeopardy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like he does not look like the kind of guy who would do that. No offense intended, Ike Barinholtz. I think you're I'm not saying you're an unattractive man, but he doesn't give you the energy of like a real smart dude, and he's just a very good trivia player.
Okay.
I would bet big money that you've seen Ike Barinholtz.
I'm sure I have in something.
Anyway, really funny show. You should watch it. Along with Widow's Bay, which I'm not going to get into here, but highly recommending those two Apple shows to the listeners as well. So anyway, we're doing a oneer in the club, sort of like funny Goodfellas style. We're walking by people, the dancers are dancing and singing, and then we open the kitchen door. A guy drops food on the floor.
It looks like he drops like a half a chicken. It looks like a half a roast chicken.
I thought it was ribs. I thought it was ribs, but yeah, in any case, it's like, look, have I dropped food on the floor in my own home and gone whoops and eaten it? Yes.
All it was missing was him spitting on it and rubbing it on his apron.
Have I dropped something off the grill and chosen to eat it? Also, yes, I rinsed them off first. I'm not a monster. If a restaurant did that to me, I would lose my mind.
Well, yeah, of course. When I tell people, I remember, this is not recently, but when I would tell people I worked at a Red Robin.
Yum.
Did I ever say exactly where I worked, or was I cagey about it? I can't remember. It's been a long time. I don't give a shit.
There's literally no reason why you couldn't talk about it.
Yeah. And they were like, ooh, I bet you don't want to eat there anymore. And I was like, no, like, it wasn't gross. I just left because the management was kind of shitty. But like, the kitchen was fine. They were cool people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I find that most people I know who like got sick of the food where they worked ate there all the time, and I feel like you would eat stuff but not like all the time.
No.
Like, you would eat fries.
So the trick was, again, it was statute of limitations, whatever. The trick is right before you clock out of your shift, you ring in a French fry refill to go for one of your tables, and then you clock out, and then you go pick up your fry refill, and you head out the door.
You can do a to-go at Red Robin? Like,
one last one. You can't get like a lot, but you can be like, hey, we finished our fries, we want to leave. Can we get one order to go? And they'll do it. I mean, wow. Who knows?
Okay.
Post-COVID and greedy fucking corporations and, squeezing every dollar they can out of people, they probably don't do that anymore. But I also was like really big on, I'm going to ring this in a way that saves you money, but it's going to look kind of weird. Like, I remember a family once was like, we all want to get fries. I want fries, and he wants fries, and my husband wants sweet potato fries, but my son also we also want to get a side of broccoli for my son. And I was like, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that your son is getting a side of broccoli because that's free, included with the meal if he swaps out, and you get free fry refills. So I'm just going to get you fries and then ring in a refill for the table. The woman was like, kind of like, what? I was like, things are going to come out weird, but I promise you this is all for your bill benefit. And then they got the bill and they're like, oh, I get it. Thank you. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking out for you.
That's great.
Now you tip appropriately.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully they tipped. Yeah. But yeah, we got a quick intro. This is a fun rundown here of like, we see Robin Williams. It's like, oh, he's kind of harried. He's like not intervening in this guy picking the food up the floor. He's just kind of rolling his eyes, like in the same way in Seinfeld when someone gets a rubber band in their soup and they're like, I know who's cooking, Paco.
Yes.
It's that kind of energy. And then we get Nathan Lane, who won't go on, and it's just like it's such the writing is so impeccable in this movie. I know, this is probably the original story, and maybe not Elaine May's contribution. I'm not sure, but in 4 minutes, we are introduced to both these characters in such a way that like we understand who they are. We get a bunch of information about them that is useful throughout the movie. Just like, really,
and we've introduced the club, which is its own character, like the world of the club, which is its own character. Although I will say the least believable part of this movie is that 6 drag queens have put together a cohesive opening number. Like, no, they didn't.
Well, this is also a funny thing to me watching this is like, I have a lot of questions, much in the same way that I have a lot of questions when we did Flashdance, where it's just like, what is this
one I might actually be able to answer. I have more more context for this one.
Here is the question I have. Not everybody performing here is a drag queen, right? Or is the one person singing the most convincing drag queen in the history of the performance art? Because the woman who's singing does not seem to be a drag queen.
No one is singing. They're all lip syncing. The only one who's singing live ever that we see is Nathan Lane.
The woman who's like really giving it gusto in this.
Oh, in the Spanish song?
No, well, I thought
so. It's "We Are Family," and then it goes into the Spanish number. Is the second one we see.
There's a black woman who looks like she's actually singing. No,
this is just the song. They're lip syncing to the song.
Okay. Well, anyway, is that person a drag performer? Because that did not look like a drag queen to me.
Yeah.
These are all drag queens? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
I mean, some of them could be trans women who do drag a lot, especially in this time. Like,
yeah, I'm not asking what's under people's skirts. I'm just saying, like, this didn't look like drag makeup to me.
So that is because you are thinking of drag makeup now, which is a different animal. Like for a while, drag makeup was like a lot of blush and a lipstick.
Okay.
That was the focus. And then
because like even like this era of movie, like Priscilla Queen of the Desert is very much similar to what I see now as drag makeup.
Not quite the same because I will say RuPaul's Drag Race, to quote one of the former queens, RuPaul's Drag Race is fucked up drag. And it set it off on a course that is, irreversible and, for better or for worse, whatever. The art form of drag is just sort of permanently changed. And there's the focus of what the makeup looks like, generally speaking, in the sort of quote unquote mainstream of drag is very different than what it was in 1996, whatever.
Right. Because like most of the people that I see these days are basically doing Mimi from the Drew Carey Show, who is a woman who does her makeup.
That's, very much a queen. She's a queen.
Speaking of.
But it's also the contouring and there's a lot more sculpting and like changing your facial anatomy is generally happening a lot more often now with drag queens than it was.
Like the person singing here just looks like a glamorous pop star. It's not done in the like very dramatic sort of Dracula sort of energy that they often have.
Dracula?
Yeah, I think the drag queen, like most drag queen makeup gives me a very Dracula vibe. It's like really hard cheekbone. Like they're always like a very hard line on the cheek to make the face look longer.
Yeah, you chisel.
Dracula coated. And they always have very long fingernails. Again, Dracula coated. It's like they're like fangs short of being Dracul.
I've never heard anyone say that, but that's delightful.
I don't mean it to be insulting.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't. It's like very funny. I've never heard anyone make that comparison.
Like if you were to like have a bunch of pictures of, or a lineup of people in drag makeup, and you were like, okay, this is the part in the horror movie where they all turn around and they open their mouths. Are they zombies? Are they? I'm like 100%. They're Draculas. Like these are Draculas. Come on.
Yeah, the way they're doing their makeup is basically the way I do my makeup to do like burlesque and shit. Because I'm like, I don't want to wear a full face of foundation. I don't want to wear heavy contour. I don't want to.
It seems unpleasant. The few times I've worn limited amounts of makeup, I'm like, the idea of putting this on to the level that those folks are putting it on for performance sounds terrible.
It depends. If it's wintertime, I'm way more likely to do drag. Hot day drag?
The only thing I have... The only thing I have to compare to is the time that I dressed as Hellboy for Halloween and was like, I have this, what is this called? I have this acrylic paint.
You painted your face with acrylic paint?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Why didn't you ask me?
Well, I just had acrylic paint. I was like, well, this will work. And then it just, over the course of the night, came off in like big flakes.
Well, you're lucky it didn't like seep into your pores. You weren't sweating red.
Oh, I was sweating red.
No, I mean, like, for a week after, were you sweating red?
Oh, no. Yeah. I don't think it stuck all that well. I was pretty sweaty, probably was, as I was applying it.
Well, yeah. See, like, I did my summer bloody shows. When I was, doing drag for those, I wasn't covering my brows because I will do it if I have to, but I don't like to do it.
Right.
But I would make my blood packets and then I would put them in the fridge that we weren't supposed to be using because it belonged to the food kitchen or soup kitchen or whatever.
Oh, you were probably committing food safety infractions.
No, the fridge was empty. I was like putting it in the empty freezer. And then that way I was super cold because I had cold water all over me. But yeah, I'm not doing. I don't want to have to cover my brows. I don't want to block out my brows. It's such a pain in the ass. So I will just do like a bit of a dramatic eye and a lip and call it a day. Usually some tanner, some self tanner. But yeah,
okay,
that's about the level that I get to when I do stuff.
Okay. Well, anyway, it just didn't look like a drag makeup to me, so I had that question. But we get, early on here, one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
It's so eminently quotable.
He's just having a meltdown. He's having a crisis. And it's like immediately here in my notes. I'm like, oh, there's Andrew.
Yep.
The big theatrical performance. But my favorite part of it is he storms out of the room and Robin Williams is mouthing the words that he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he's heard this speech before.
Yes, yeah. And he's just like, oh yeah, come on now.
Short, fat, bald, insecure, middle-aged thing.
Yeah, you did this to me. That's such a fucking... The two of them have just such incredible chemistry. It's a shame there isn't more, collaborating with them.
Well, it's the reason this happened is because Nathan Lane lobbied and auditioned to play his brother in Mrs. Doubtfire. But Harvey Fierstein
that probably would have been,
wanted it more.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing is the bigger star.
I am so ill-equipped to handle how much Broadway had the juice in 1993 that I can't even begin to tell you.
That's true.
So Nathan Lane would not have been in Lion King yet.
No, they had not been
on my
in Lion
radar.
King yet.
Right. It's the year before. So,
Lion King was 92. 2?
I'm almost positive Lion King is 94.
94.
Aladdin's 92.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, Robin had done Aladdin, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Robin Williams was like, hey, I want to work with you. We'll figure something out. And then this happened. And originally it was supposed to be Robin Williams as Albert, and Steve Martin as Armand, which
yes.
I think could work. It's just going to be a very different movie.
It is. And honestly, part of what makes this movie work is that Robin Williams is you'll have to forgive me, the straight man in this. He's not the wacky one. So that when he's
not going full 1 hour photo, but he is the straight man.
But he gets it. It provides him with this opportunity to have like 3 or 4 moments of like, oh my God, and do like Robin Williams full on business.
He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Williams, Dr. Robin and Mr. Williams.
Yeah. But I think I think the version of Robin Williams doing the like, I'm a shriveled old thing is maybe a movie I don't like as much, I'll say. And I like Robin Williams a lot.
Well, I think obviously he wasn't out at the time, but like there's a level of authenticity to Nathan Lane's performance.
Oh, for sure.
That you don't...
Wait, wasn't he out at the time? I thought
he
came out.
He was not.
It was just... Okay.
Because there was the famous interview when he and Robin Williams were doing a press tour. They went on Oprah, and Oprah was like pushing Nathan Lane to be like, so, you faggot? Yeah. And Robin Williams had to jump in and be like, ha ha ha, jokey, 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 let's distract. Because Nathan didn't like want to come out.
Right. It was not the time in 1996.
No, God, no.
And also probably would have tanked the movie.
Oh, I'm sure. Ironically.
Yeah. Man, Oprah fucking sucks.
I know.
The more I read about her, the more I just like all the shit that she did. She was such a net negative on the universe.
I know. She's done some good things, but like...
Yeah, I'm not suggesting that she's evil. I'm just like, I just think she fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we mouth a tantrum. I made you short. Fantastic stuff. I also realized here that Robin Williams sort of has a real Kermit energy in this. Because
I was just thinking that I want them to do an all Muppets version of this movie. And I don't know how they would do it because
I think you just keep Nathan Lane as that character and let Kermit be Robin Williams.
So we do the fake only one human in a Muppet movie?
Yeah.
Because I was like, Miss Piggy is the obvious choice for...
I think Miss Piggy is so obviously the choice of the mother.
You think it's her and Sam Eagle? Or is she Christine Baranski?
Christine Baranski.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where she's like, oh, your chest hair is so beautiful, Kermit. And she's like, Christine Baranski is really doing a Miss Piggy.
You're right. Because it would be Janice and Sam Eagle as the Keeleys.
No way. Janice is cool, man.
No, Janice is Barbara. That's what I meant to say.
The daughter.
The daughter. Janice is 100%.
Okay.
Just like long stringy hair. Just like, I'm here.
Okay, I'll give you the Calista Flocker.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who plays the Diane Reese role, but it's definitely not Janice.
It's Fozzie. It's Fozzie in a wig.
I'd be fine with that. Anyway,
the Pirin tablets is just fucking beautiful.
Oh, the fake.
It's aspirin with the A and the S scraped off.
Mm-hmm. What does it say? What he implies that it is?
He just says they're Pirin tablets, and it's implied to be that Nathan Lane thinks they're some kind of like street drug.
Okay. Oh,
which,
Pirin.
Again, as someone who has not done snorting drugs, this would work on me.
Right. Well, here's the other thing I want to say about this movie. It is astounding to me that a movie where, Nathan Lane is actually gay, so one of the characters is a gay person playing a gay person, but you have Hank Azaria not only doing insensitive voice for being a gay man, but also an insensitive voice for being a different nationality than he is.
So apparently,
and Robin Williams is playing a gay man.
There is Spanish heritage in his lineage.
I see. Is that like how Johnny Depp discovered he had a great Native American grandparent when he wanted to play Tonto?
No, he said that he based the Agador voice on his grandmother.
Oh, the thing I read said he based it on the there's a oh shit. I don't want to get the country wrong. He says he's Guatemalan. Okay. I want to say it's Puerto Rico, but there is a country in the Caribbean where there's like a flamboyant street performer type person.
Oh.
No, this does nothing for you. I was so hoping I was going to like say a couple words.
No, so yeah, I read that he grew up speaking a language that is a combination of Spanish and Hebrew in his home.
Interesting.
Which I didn't know that such a language existed. It makes sense.
Spanish?
No, there is a name that you look at like
Yiddish?
It's something in the vein of like, it's a very portmanteau-y where you're like, is that what that means? You're like, oh, that is what that means.
Well, I just gave the two obvious portmanteaus. That's why I...
It was, but something to that effect. So there is Spanish heritage in his lineage. It's just, because I had the same thought. I was like, oh boy, I know, not great, but...
Yeah. And to be clear, I think they're both very funny in their performance, and there's nothing punching down about it. Like Robin Williams' character is just a guy, Yeah. It's not like he's, doing something ridiculous. I'm trying to look this up real quick because it's going to drive me crazy.
What, the language?
The Hank Azaria street... hold on. I'm going to get to it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Puerto Rican street queens who are very effeminate and flamboyant. So that's what... I had grown up with the character that ended up in the movie. Both felt real to me. I had grown up with Puerto Rican street queens who were very effeminate. I tried both versions out for a friend who was a drag queen, asked what she liked better, and got his seal of approval.
That's right.
So it was. I thought it was Puerto Rico. I didn't want to just like make up things about another culture and just be like, oh, who gives a shit? So,
it's in the language Ladino, Ladino, which is like currently a combination of.
That's worse than both of mine. I will say.
Yeah.
This is the jukebox musical all over again. I should be consulted on these things.
Oh, I forgot about jukebox musicals in you.
It makes me so mad.
There are jukebox musicals that are like various artists. That does exist.
Like what?
Anne Juliet is one of them for starters.
Okay, then that's a proper use of it, but not Dancing Queen or whatever it's called.
Mamma Mia.
There you go.
Or Head Over Heels, or Moving Out, or Once Upon a One More Time, or Jagged Little Pill.
Greatest hits. Those are greatest hits musicals. So we're having a secret meeting. I do think it's strange that he doesn't just tell Nathan Lane that the son is coming here, because obviously there's a relationship.
So I think it's just because the son said, I need to talk to you privately first.
Yeah. That's true, because if he brought this up to Nathan Lane would lose his shit.
Yes.
Robin Williams should lose his shit. We'll get to that momentarily.
But I do love that they really make it look like he's cheating.
Yes. Oh, they fully do.
Which it's a really great like misdirect, and not in a lie is not a twist kind of way.
Right. I got so mad at the son here, and I'm
always mad at the fucking son. He's the villain. Piece of shit.
Right, he is. Yeah. I do think that the movie very smartly makes it Robin Williams' choice ultimately to do it. Who's like, I'll do anything for you. You're my son. I love you. And I get that.
And angry about it still.
Yeah. I get that more now than I used to as well. Not to be that guy, but that's the truth. But it still just fucking sucks. Like, that's your dad. You are the product. You are who you are because of what this relationship provided for you, and you're the nurturing that this person provided for you. Like, don't tell him not to be who he is. That's horseshit.
And especially, here's the thing. If this is like this is a one-time thing where like someone from my school is coming to do like an evaluation or whatever, and you'll never have to see them again. Can you put the dick
statues away? Yeah.
Let's de-drag the house a little, whatever. These are your in-laws. Where do you think? So you think you're going to do this one ruse, one time, have a wedding?
It really does feel like. So it's before social media, so there's like basically no chance they're ever going to see pictures. There's not a lot, like after the wedding, there's often not a lot of cross collabs between in-laws. Like sometimes, but like in this case, they live in what, New England? It's hard to tell.
It's New England-y, yeah.
Yeah. And they're in Miami, so it's unlikely they're going to like cross paths too often, So it's like maybe you do get away with only doing it at the wedding, but then or here, but it's like then you have to have the wedding.
The wedding is the problem. Like that's a big thing.
Yeah. I agree.
Because
also, I find the casting of both the son and Cliff Lockhart completely inexplicable for the ages that these characters are supposed to be. Cliff Lockhart is playing a 17-year-old? What?
No, I don't know. We don't know what her age is because one time they say she's not even 18. Another time they say she is 18. So I don't know how she's in college. So I don't know how old she's supposed to be. Is she
right?
She's a freshman.
Like a real Doogie Howser. Yeah. And the son, who presumably is within a year or two of her because he's 20. Also in college.
They say explicitly he's 20.
So, okay. He's played by a 30-year-old man. He looks old. Like, he does not look 20.
Yeah, he looks, I would say that you could get away with like a 25.
I think this looks like a guy who's got like 2 years in at the law firm. You know what I mean?
No, I think he's 90s young.
Maybe. 90s young looks old. Maybe
yeah,
it's because
it did, remember?
Yeah. Maybe because everybody's smoking cigarettes and nobody's
Wilfred Brimley was like 30 years old in Cocoon.
That's right. Yeah, it is truly amazing the difference of just like we figured out that you have to tell people to drink water.
Yes. I was just explaining this to someone that like I have such a hard time with ages now because like I think about how old our parents are and I'm like, well, isn't that how old the Golden Girls were? And then I'm like,
right, that
can't be no, that's not correct. Mm-hmm. They don't look like that. And it's like
one of the Golden Girls isn't even 60 in the beginning of the show.
Who is it?
I forget which, but I believe this is a true fact. One of them is not even.
Oh, the actress herself was not 60.
I believe the character.
Oh, well, I know Blancho is about her age, but
the actresses all, I believe, were much younger. Like, isn't
Estelle Getty is famously younger than her daughter in the show, but so like I'm like I have to retrain my goddamn brain because like that's not what old people look like. But growing up, that was all I consumed was this is what old people look like.
People talk about rebooting the Golden Girls, and I don't think it would work because the women wouldn't or the men, if you did it that way.
They tried that. It was called Mid-Century Modern. It starred Nathan Lane, and it was canceled after a season.
Oh, okay. I think I saw the thumbnail for that.
And well, like 10 to 15 years ago, George Takei was involved in a project called Silver Foxes, which was like a gay man rebooting of the Golden Girls. And I think
the Gaiden Girls.
Yeah. And I think it was like
the Golden Gays. I
mean, that's what all the drag troops who do touring shows call it.
Yeah.
But I think it was like George Takei and I think is it Ian McKellen? Is he the gay one?
Yes.
And like Ian McKellen but then it just kind of stalled and never went anywhere.
Patrick Stewart has a girlfriend who's like absurdly young.
Oh, is it a Belichick situation that we all decided kind of have to pretend that it's not weird?
I mean, I don't know if they're still together, but there's a very famous, hilarious clip of Patrick Stewart stoned off his gills in a treehouse with this girl, and he's teaching her how to do a double take.
Oh, like giving her acting lessons?
Yeah. So he does the double take, and then I think he does a triple take and a quadruple take, and he is so clearly just like the highest anyone has ever been. Yeah, it's like I ate the whole chocolate bar level of stone.
It's this nerd's rope is 400 milligrams, and I didn't realize.
Yes. Oh man, is that guy's name Eddie Burback?
No, that's
Ted Nivison. I forget which.
He's besties with Eddie Burback. It's Ted Nivison.
Yeah, Ted Nivison. If you've never watched that clip, if you look up Ted Nivison,
Nivison,
it's one of the funniest.
There's
things.
no second eye.
I've watched it just because like I need to pick me up because
it's
just
so
such
good.
A funny. He eats just an absurd amount of marijuana, and his friends are like, "Uh-oh!"
Accidentally, by the way, it was he thought this was a regular ass nerd's rope, and it was a weed nerd's rope.
400 milligrams, which is like a lot, and
most people like. I'm having a dose of marijuana kind of thing is like 10 milligrams for reference.
Well, yeah, some of them sometimes it's 5.
Yeah, but 5 to 10 is a pretty standard. Like I'm having one.
The people I know that are like having a weed gummy on regular occasions are like, oh yeah, 5 milligrams. That's just like having a beer and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets.
I truly don't know that what I would do with myself. I would be like, I need everyone to leave.
Exactly. Well, no, I think he plays it right. I think you need to have people around so that they can talk you down, because otherwise you're gonna be like, I have to go to the hospital, and then they're just gonna like charge you a lot of money. There are people who can give him a blanket, get him water. Like it's important.
I'm taking 2 of my heart pills immediately and like getting in a cold bath.
I think that I would probably take like 3 melatonin and try to go to sleep.
Oh, that's a good call too.
Yeah. Cause like you gotta ride out. He's high for like 2 days.
Oh my God.
It
yeah.
seems awful.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that's enough about that. This is not the YouTube rewatch podcast.
I also love their rooftop pool oasis.
Yes. They don't go out there enough. They don't go out there enough. And it very clearly is because it was hard to shoot, lighting and all that.
But like, I was like, come on, there would have been like a bunch of fucking twinks going down that slide.
Yes, absolutely.
They would have baby oiled that slide, and they would have just rocketed into the pool.
Yeah.
It would have been Agador there with the baby oil.
Yeah, yeah.
A bunch of twinks in thong bathing suits, just rocketing into this pool.
Honestly, what you would have is like the slide would go up a little at the end, so you'd have like a launched person.
They'd skip like a stone.
Well, you'd see their butt, and then they'd realize that their bathing suit had gotten like yanked off them by the tip of the slide.
There you go.
So it's like a butt goes by, and then a bright yellow thong. Man, also Gene Hackman in this, so funny. He one of those guys who was able to do the De Niro turn of like doing comedy by just sort of like turning the persona 1 degree and using the gruff stuff he's known for.
Mm-hmm. Because like, if you look at this man and if you saw a picture of Gene Hackman's character and just quotes underneath like a magazine article, you'd be like, oh yeah, that man believes this. That man is this awful. Sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So we decide that we're gonna try to play it straight, and we're gonna have Nathan Lane come in as an uncle. So they go to breakfast.
Well, no, it's not to have him as an uncle. It's Val says get him out of the house, send him away for a few days.
Oh, right.
Which technically doesn't even happen yet. We are jumping way ahead.
Wait, well, why did I have? Maybe I just skipped some scenes in my notes.
You did. So the pool is just Val saying I'm getting married, and he doesn't give any further information.
Okay.
Then the next scene is Callista telling her parents.
Okay, that's where I have married under 18, mon Dieu.
Yeah. Oh boy. Albert picks up his clothes as he's sleeping. It's a very like maternal beat to say like, hey everyone.
Scruffs his hair. Yeah.
And then shopping around town the next morning, which is, again, it's all good world building of like, this is their community. Everyone knows these people and they know everyone.
Yeah. The scene in the bakery.
When the Schnecken beckons.
Yes. Yeah. He was very good on the season of Only Murders that he was in, Nathan Lane, by the way.
Oh yeah. I thought he was in a couple. He
might have like a bit part in one season, then he's like a featured player in the next season.
I keep meaning to go back to that show.
I watched up until the most recent season, but have not watched that.
Because I like all 3 lead people.
Yeah, the premise is sort of worn out to me, is the problem.
By this point?
Yeah, like, even the most recent season, it was just like, like, they're all funny, and I like them together, but I sort of am over this, which is a bummer.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're going to have to keep driving the bus because the next thing I'm at is the breakfast table.
Breakfast table. Yes. So
breakfast table shenanigans and then the dead co-founder. Oh, yeah, no.
That's where we are.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I just was talking about the other breakfast table by mistake.
Yeah. You jumped.
I didn't understand my notes. Yeah. I didn't understand
So this is where Albert finds out that Val's getting married and he has a reaction. And then, we cut to the Keeleys finding out that his cohort, who they're the Coalition for Moral Order, he died in the bed of an underage black sex worker.
Yes. And, the famous adage for Republicans in this era is better to be caught with, it's a boy too, right? No? Okay. I thought that was the added wrinkle, that it's like also it was same-sex person.
No, because the joke later is the headline will be Senator Jackson and his women, Senator Keeley and his men.
Yes, that's right.
And so they decide, let's use our daughter's wedding as a political prop.
Yeah. I also love that they're watching a television show that's just all Gene Hackman and 3 other men screaming at each other, and he's like, the smartest show on television.
And I forgot that 30 Rock stole that joke. way later.
Oh yeah.
But it's Avery Jessup is the character's name. Elizabeth Banks. It's Elizabeth Banks on some like financial show that's just like two men screaming while two people in like full mascot costumes shove her back and forth, and she's like, "Who?
Yes.
Which one of you is this person?" And they're
Yes.
like, oh, "Best show on television."
By the way, this is literally all television now. This is all sports shows. This is all
it?
politics shows.
I mean, I know
It's just-
politics
it's all,
is that, but
all television shows now is just people yelling at each other.
yeah, because we've lost the fucking plot.
But it's been this way for like 15 years. This is like predating the current era, which is its own kettle of fish. But it's just like, I remember in high school, like the sports shows all just became people yelling at each other.
There's like, what are y'all yelling about?
Yeah.
You millionaires are mad at those millionaires for not hitting each other hard enough? Give me a fucking break.
No, yeah, no, it's just like opinions on like, you know, this team should do this thing or whatever. Everyone's just yelling their opinions all the time.
This rehearsal.
I love that he has the Ronald Reagan candy obsession, by the way. That's a fun.
And he's eating out of the trash can.
Yes, Diane Weiss has to come slap his hand.
Yeah, right. Reagan and his jelly beans. I forgot about that. Reagan chokes on jelly beans in hell.
Yep.
This rehearsal scene feels so fucking real.
Yeah.
It's like the marking it, but also just like you are singing and trying to figure it out, and you're all kind of snappy with each other. You are wasting your gum. Just because you're 22 and hung doesn't mean you. I hear you.
It's funny. The analogy also like translates perfectly to like a sports team trying to learn a play and getting mad at somebody for doing the wrong thing. Like it's funny how much overlap there is between that stuff.
Yeah. Also, all the music in this movie that is not pop music or I Could Have Danced All Night is written by Stephen Sondheim for the movie or recycled from his other works for the movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I think he and Nathan Lane were friends. Nathan Lane was in one of his fucking weirder shows that it's called The Frogs. I never talk about it because it's too weird. It's literally people in frog suits jumping around singing songs. Like it was first
like it's like Cats but frogs.
It's Cats but frogs. It was literally done for the first time in Harvard. It's either Harvard or Yale, one of their swimming pools. So they built a floating raft in the pool and then did this musical called The Frogs on it. So he and Sondheim are friends. And so there's one song is from A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum that Nathan Lane was supposed to be in instead of this movie, but Mike Nichols was like, "Hey, producers of that musical, can you push back a year so he can do my movie?" And apparently it worked.
A year?
Yeah.
Not like 3 months?
I mean, I thought I read a year. Maybe I'm misreading, but that's
crazy.
Nathan Lane got a Tony for that show.
Okay.
Very funny show.
Should have gotten an Oscar for this one, I'll tell you that.
Should have gotten a fucking Oscar for this. But it's a comedy. And then what was the other one? Oh yeah, I know there was one from that, and then I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head. But yeah, it's Stephen Sondheim music is like all of the club music.
Okay.
And the song that Christine Baranski and not Nathan Lane, Robin Williams sing together.
Oh, that's from another show, or that was written for this movie?
It was supposed to be in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. It was the original opening number. But in tryouts, they were like, "This song doesn't work. We're gonna."
Okay, so it was just recycled then.
Yeah,
okay.
so he's like kind of left in his back pocket.
This is the biggest scene where Robin Williams gets to like take the cork out, and he's doing like Fosse, and I don't know the other names, so I'm not going to do them, but he does like
Martha
5
Graham, Twyla,
yeah,
Madonna, Michael Kidd.
Yeah,
I love this scene and this quote, but one of my best friends does what he calls the gay quote mix in our shows. Okay. It's like an 8-minute number of. And I'm telling you, I'm not going from Dreamgirls, all intercut with like iconic gay quotes.
Oh, okay.
And this is one of them. And audiences lose their fucking minds for this number because they think they know what it is. And then all of a sudden they hear the first quote and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, what?"
Oh,
but
that's fun.
I always get, so I'm off to the side lip syncing along like Robin Williams.
Okay. So
this is now
the assistant's like, "Hey, you need to go upstairs." So he goes upstairs. He and the son light cigarettes. This is the only time either of them smoke in the whole movie, which I think is very funny. Of like, obviously this is a very stressful moment. But it's interesting that the only moment in the whole movie where anybody smokes a cigarette is this one. Like, Robin Williams takes the cigarette, he takes a few small drags on it. The son lights an additional cigarette, takes a few small drags on it. I will say neither of them here look cool smoking, which is unusual to see in a movie. I feel like most movie smokers look pretty cool.
I think Robin Williams looks kind of cool.
He's too nervous. He's like not enjoying this cigarette. This is a stress cigarette, you know?
That's fair. Fair. But this is the scene where Val says, hey, her dad is a crazy conservative. And this is what really pisses me off, because this is a queer struggle.
Yeah.
Since time immemorial. The idea of like de-dragging who you are to make yourself small.
You and I have talked about this a lot.
Yeah. Well, I don't
like, not on the podcast.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, have we talked about this on the pod, or is this?
I am not telling you not to talk about it now. I'm just saying, like, this is a conversation that you and I have had many times in our lives. It's like a very, I think this is enlightening for folks who have not had this conversation before. So I'm glad you're talking about it.
Yeah, and so like for a while, you know, I had very short hair. I had a very like in style haircut for a while, and over the last 4 years now, I've been growing my hair out.
Is it not 6? I thought it started in COVID.
No, I should have done it starting in COVID. I would have had better hair by now. But I waited a couple years and then did it. I like jumped on the trend too late. So I'm like 4 years into growing my hair out. And so it is now like I have to actively try to like go incognito mode, as I call it. Like when I drive to Kentucky, I will braid my hair into pigtails and then wrap them around my head and bobby pin them in place and put on a beanie so I don't look like I have hair. And I will wear what I call my straight people jeans, which are just like wide leg baggy pants and a big oversized flannel. And like, it's something queer people do all the time. Like people think of coming out because the movies have decided that that's the most important like moment in a queer person's life. It's not. It is a moment. But also, coming out is not a one and done. It is like something you have to do constantly. Like when you go pick up, if you're picking up your boyfriend's scripts at the CVS, do you say your boyfriend or do you say I'm picking up someone else's scripts? Like all of these moments add up of like coming out is a constant process if that's something you choose to do. And so I do it like if we have a maintenance worker come to our apartment, sometimes we go like, okay, well, how much do we need to de-drag the house? Like, is there anything crazy that we need to take down just in case someone's in that job? And so what's really frustrating is
I feel like rainbow sticker on the door might be a useful thing for you of like, it's like you just announce it the way that, the maintenance worker comes is like, okay, well.
Yeah, but if he's going to be in my house for an hour, I'd rather just like pretend for an hour and not be at risk of a hate crime, which just sucks.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But if Val had said, hey, can we like de-drag the house and like put you two in whatever, like regular suits, plain black suits, and come up with a backstory, I would be much more sympathetic to like, we're just going to pull this scheme once. But he is a disrespectful little shit who is like, oh, well, you're going to kick Albert out of this house. Excuse me? You're going to kick your mother out of the fucking house with no regard. Maybe you have this conversation with Albert then. Maybe you look Albert in the face and you say, hey, I don't value you. I don't think like you're a liability. Like, go fuck yourself, kid.
Right. And also like the other part that's so silly about it is like very clearly Callista Flockhart knows the truth and doesn't care. And so it's just like, I don't know. What do you like? Why did the parents have to have this meeting of the minds ahead of the thing? You know what I mean? So
I understand why they would want to, because like they're a political family. And so like,
I understand why Gene Hackman has the desire to, for sure.
Yeah.
I totally get that. But it's like, I don't know, figure it out. It's like also the fact that it's like host them for dinner at the house and not like meet at a restaurant is such a buck wild choice. Obviously, like the movie doesn't exist if they go to a restaurant. But I did find that crazy. I was just like, just go to a fucking restaurant. Because like they just start turning around these dick statues and then they have like real sculpted butts, which is it's a very funny little set decorating joke or joke by the set decorating. But yeah, it's just like, go to a fucking steakhouse.
Well, also, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, you can't tell me that you two don't know any realtors who are showing houses. and be like, hey,
oh sure, that's a funny idea too.
Hey,
Yeah,
realtor,
yeah.
what houses don't have people in? Can we kick people out of for a night? I'll give you
That's funny.
front of the line access to my club for 2 months or like whatever. Also, they own a restaurant downstairs.
I wouldn't serve food. I wouldn't serve anyone food from that restaurant. I think part of the reason we see the guy drop the food on the floor is to eliminate that as a possibility.
But Agador can't cook either.
Well, he doesn't know that, which is
So it's like, do you want the person who cannot cook or the person who's got questionable food safety?
Well, the other thing too is like they imply that Nathan Lane is a good cook. And so it's like, can't Nathan, like, why isn't Nathan, like, in the world where you're like, Nathan Lane can't be here, why isn't Nathan Lane the cook?
Yeah, that would have been great. Because so I was in La Cage aux Folles, the musical, and the meat and potatoes are the same, but I think the movie script is better because, like in Wicked and stuff, like, you're not constrained. It's like changing locations is really easy in a movie because you just go snap your fingers and all of a sudden it's a star wipe and you're in a new location.
Right. Although this movie only has like 4.
No, but like we don't.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Like
I'm
you
just
never.
saying this movie only has a few.
Christine Baranski, her character never shows up on stage, if I'm remembering correctly. I did this musical like.
So it's like a phone call?
8 years ago. Yeah. So they make a phone call to her off stage.
Okay.
And say like, "Hey, she's coming." And I don't remember if we have the first scene. I think we do. That first scene of Aunt Callista Flockhart and her parents. I think we have one scene of that, and then they come to the house and we see them in person there.
Is there a part where Nathan Lane and Robin Williams drive a car with side projection alongside a big cruise ship?
I will always be an apologist for rear projection, side projection.
But it's you don't see often a convertible side projection, so it was impressive. Yeah.
But in the stage show, they end up going to a restaurant, the restaurant that's attached to the club. In doing so, the woman who owns that club, who like knows them but doesn't know the ruse is happening, is like, "Hey, Zaza," because that's her. It's not Starina, it's Zaza. "Zaza, sing a song for us." And she does, and the way Zaza ends all of her acts that we've seen before is she bows, and when she comes up, she takes off her wig. And so, because she turns into show moment, she gets into a flow state, she does her bow at the end of her song, and then rips off her wig, and all of a sudden, the jig is up, and they all reconvene.
That makes much more sense for a play.
I did, yeah, exactly. As a
like
play,
a
it makes way more sense. But I don't remember where I was going with that point.
You were talking about the difference between the film and the show and being able to change locations.
Yeah, so it's just different mediums, different things. It's good. It's a good musical. If you see someone doing it, go see it. My musical theater hot take is that This Is Me from The Greatest Showman is just the poor man's version of I Am What I Am from La Cage aux Folles, which is an incredible number about fuck you all. I'm going to be the person that I'm supposed to be, that I am. And a lot of young people don't like that take. They get mad at me. They're like, "No, this is the song of a generation." I'm like, no,
I've never seen The Greatest Showman. Couldn't be less interested in Wolverine singing. I got to be honest.
I don't mind Wolverine singing, except
I just don't care. Like
except the whole like you're besties with the Kushners. I don't love, but like.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's really fun to live today where we just every day we learn more and more about like this person actually isn't cool.
Right.
But also, I don't want the saccharine sanitized version of P.T. Barnum, who, like, I don't know, kidnapped an enslaved woman and
a truly evil
and said,
man.
"This is George Washington's maid," and everyone said, "That doesn't sound right." And he said, "Well, we'll cut her open when she dies." And they go, "What is that going to prove?" And he's like, "We'll count the rings. Everyone buy a ticket." And it's like, what is happening?
A truly evil man. Almost.
I want the
cartoonishly evil man.
The hardened HBO miniseries of the life of the grifter, the greatest con man.
Yeah, I've certainly made this joke on the podcast before, but it's amazing. Like up until the era of movies that we used to cover exclusively on this podcast, and now only pay passing glances to, you could just lie and get away with it.
Oh yeah,
for like a lifetime.
For like up until the 80s, you could just make shit up.
Yeah, yeah. Even into the 90s, you could just lie, and people would be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And, like there was no way to check
credit card fraud. Are you kidding me? The way we could have committed so much credit card fraud 40 years ago.
Really. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Born to pay my credit card bills. Desperately wish I could commit credit card fraud.
I love this joke where at Gene Hackman's house and he's watching TV and they do not Leno's monologue, a preview for that night's Leno monologue, which I don't remember ever being a thing where they'd be like, oh yeah, you heard of this? You heard of this? Mickey Mouse is he's got 3 years now. You heard of this, Jay? You heard of this, Kevin? You heard of this? Mickey Mouse, he got 3 years now. That's crazy, Jay. You know, like that was not a thing I remember being. But he makes the joke, and then the voiceover guy says, "Tonight on Leno, Yasser Arafat and Kate Moss."
I think it's Don LaFontaine.
I think it is. I literally wrote this is either Don LaFontaine or the other trailer movie voice guy. Who did a lot in this era, because there is another similarly voiced guy.
And I will say, as someone who's like in the world of like nightlife and burlesque and drag, I am really falling in love with ironic Borscht Belt jokes. And he gives one here.
You are becoming Fozzie Bear.
I like truly. I have said on a microphone, take my boyfriend, for instance. No, really, take him. Like it's so fun to say those stupid jokes that everyone knows but like doesn't think about anymore.
Right.
Because they laugh again. Now they're fun again.
Right. Yeah.
But he said is like there's been a lot of cheap and tacky, tasteless jokes.
He said, I want to go on vacation. I want to go somewhere I've never been. I said, how about the kitchen?
Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of cheap and tasteless jokes about Senator Keeley's death. And here's a few more.
Yeah.
Which, like, again, primo Borscht Belt.
Right. No, it was good. It's good.
The other one that my good friend taught me that glamour and talent come in all shapes and sizes, except his. And then I point to him.
They decide to drive down to Florida to avoid.
Also, it looks like their driver was bribed with like with $2.
Yeah, it's such a small amount of money. It's such a. I thought for sure this would be a Washington or a Benjamin Franklin here, and it is clearly not $100 bill.
It looks like a Washington. At least try a Jackson.
Yeah, 20. You know, whatever. I also love later in the movie where they have like this magical microphone.
I have so many fucking questions because
it's so ludicrous.
Because what it is, so this is up against, like, away from the reporters in the background. It's like this. He's a comedian, right? The guy who does the bribing.
Yeah, he's plays the main camp counselor in Heavyweights.
Yes, he like goes to the fence and like puts $1 through, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And he says, "South Beach, Florida." And then later we see like the actual reporter talking to the news crew, and in the background is that, and they're like, "Push in and enhance," and they tell us that their microphone that the man is holding, speaking into.
I think it's supposed to be the microphone, the shotgun mic that is on the camera, but it doesn't change the fact that
either way. So then the shotgun mic somehow picked up, I'm gonna say 40 yards behind him.
Yeah, it's at least 30 yards. Yeah,
picks up this whisper, and I was like, "Look, I will." If I'm not gonna I'm not letting you have the fact that 6 drag queens put together a group number, and you're now gonna tell me this. I can't. My suspension can only hold so much.
It honestly, it would be better if they were like, "Oh, that's Rick from National Enquirer." Oh, pick up the phone, ring, ring, ring. Rick, where are you, man? What are you up to? I got a tip for you. And then he hears in the background, "Don't be," and he's like, "Oh, he's in Miami." That's the official song of Miami.
He's in Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah, exactly. Like something as stupid as that. But yeah, it is a pure like CSI whatever.
Zoom and enhance, clickety clackety, clickety clackety. 3 people typing on the same keyboard.
Yeah. But then we cut to them driving, drivers in the front, and they're sitting 3 abreast in the back of this town car. It's such a long drive. Why would you do that?
Also, the guy only tells them a city. He says, "We're going to South Beach, Florida."
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Well, you don't need more specific information for like 13 or 14 hours minimum. So,
but I just mean, like, what if they get lost? So if they lose the Keeleys, then how the hell are they going to find them in South Beach?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's a good point.
It'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to Philly. Where?
Yeah. Well, I think he just wants to follow them, so he has to have an idea of where they're going to end up.
But I'm just like, if you lose them, you're losing them, baby.
Oh, yeah. The other guy in the chase car is George Clooney's best friend, Grant Heslov, by the way.
Wait, IRL best friend or in a movie?
Mm-hmm. They were like roomies when they moved to Hollywood.
Really? Huh.
Mm-hmm. He, I believe, was one of the people. I don't know if you've...
I try and be a good person. I would be so mad and jealous if I moved out to Hollywood with someone and then they turned into George Clooney. And
well, I was about to tell you a story that I think will change your tune.
Okay.
I believe Grant Heslov is one of the people who famously got the $1 million from George Clooney.
What do you mean? The what?
I can't believe I'm telling this anecdote. Another podcast I listened to has this as a running gag. George Clooney very famously got like 13 or 14 of his most important, closest friends into a room, and he got those like Halliburton steel briefcases. Okay. And he put $1 million in all of them, and plus the amount to cover the tax. And he was like, you are all the people who have made it possible for me to have the success I've had. It's time for me to share it with you. I want you to each open the briefcase. And he's like, inside this briefcase is $1 million and the money to pay for the taxes. But I need you to know that if any one of you doesn't accept it, nobody gets the money.
Oh, wow.
And so then he just gave them $1 million.
That's really cool.
So I would imagine it would soften the blow that you were.
It would soften that blow a little. But also, like, there's still a moment like, motherfucker.
Yeah, but like I have to imagine, and this is no disrespect to Grant Heslov, who's a pretty handsome gentleman in his own right. I have to imagine when the guy across the hallway, sharing a kitchen with you and making bad grilled cheeses looks like George Clooney is, you're like, this guy's got a better chance than me at getting.
I'm sure. I'm not stupid, but I'm still mad about it.
It's like Grant Heslov has a lower ceiling. Let's just be kind.
I'm aware, but like one of you became global superstar, who's career is so big it overshadowed his wildly talented and successful lawyer wife's career.
Well, they were like both very established by the time they got together. It's not like
I know, but it's funny that like for a lot of people, she's George Clooney's wife, and not
because yes, but like you don't know other people famous the way his wife is famous. You don't know a lot of UN lawyer people.
I don't, but I always think of the Amy Poehler and Tina Fey joke of like she persecuted Enron, she negotiated peace deals, she was on a peace treaty commission, and so her husband George Clooney is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award tonight.
We're redecorating Robin Williams' house. Somebody walks in with a fucking moose head, which is completely insane.
So beautiful. I also love
a little foreshadowing. Gene Hackman's final movie, Welcome to Mooseport. He was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm walking away.
I mean, isn't that Ray Romano?
Yeah. Deborah, these mooses are in the port.
Ray. Also, one quick moment that we glossed over. So there's a running joke that Hackman has to like climb down a ladder to sneak out of the house because of reporters.
He does a full Clarissa Explains It All.
And so there's the last time he does it, he's like, I'm just going to go tell the driver to meet me here. And he's like 3 steps down, stumbles, and then a big old spotlight hits him like he's escaping prison. And he's surrounded by reporters and he has to give an impromptu like statement. And it's so funny. And then he ends it with the Nixon crook finger, the peace fingers.
Yes, the peace fingers. Yeah, it's also funny, too, because it's like, they should not be on his property. They are not allowed to be there.
No, somehow, because at first they're in front of the gate, which I'm like, sure, it's public property.
Yeah, they're allowed to be on the street. Yeah.
How did y'all get in here?
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, also I love that all of they're called Kajels in the show. Okay. I don't know what the drag queens. I don't know what they're called. Oh, they're called Goldman girls, I think.
Okay.
Goldman's girls. They all hate Val. Like,
yes,
openly hate this kid.
Well, he's being twat here.
It's rightfully so. He's a piece of shit who doesn't deserve the love that his parents are giving him. But they're all like eye rolling and like all right, kid, look, don't you bark orders at us. My job is drag queen, and I'm now painting a house and hauling furniture. So a little less of this yap, 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 and a little more shut up.
We take Nathan Lane out to breakfast. Nathan Lane has, a freak out about the fact that he doesn't want him to be there, or that this is the thing that has to be done.
A perfectly valid crash out of like, oh, you fuck you, you don't want me because
sure,
yeah,
no, it's completely valid. But I love this, like, Robin Williams is the guy, like the character Robin Williams is playing is the one who's like, okay, here's how you be a man and do it. And he starts walking him through all this stuff. But some just fabulous lines here. Like, I pierced the toast. I pierced the toast. And he's losing his shit. He has him imitate John Wayne, who had a very distinctive, unusual walk.
I just never realized that's how John Wayne walked.
Yeah, it's very clearly a guy who spent too much time riding horses. The hips were all out of a joint.
You know what he was? He was that little boy from Last Action Hero action figure that we left too close to the fireplace.
Yes, exactly. The little
bow-legged.
Called when you
bow-legged.
Not bow-legged, but the opposite.
That's what it was.
His knees didn't go out. His knees went in.
No, the melty action figure. The knees went out. The feet came together. It was like he became duck-footed, I suppose. But like the heels came together. The legs got very tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole scene is just like pure art of.
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the funniest sequences of the movie, and it's both of them like really getting to do, like this whole little montage where like we're at breakfast, then we're standing under the tree and we're talking about the dolphins, and Robin Williams like runs out of shit to talk about very quickly, which is very funny. But
my favorite is
such great chemistry. Sorry to step on you.
Nathan Lane comes up first and he goes, "How about those dolphins?" And then he's like, "No, take it again." And so he comes in, and then Robin Williams tries to tee him up by being like, "How do you fit? How do you? Can you believe that call? Like they're 34th and down, or like whatever." And then Nathan Lane goes, "How do you think I feel? Bewildered, betrayed?" And he's like, "Wrong response." And Robin Williams goes, "I'm not sure." And then you realize like, oh, he doesn't actually know anything.
Yes,
he just knows because what is the like? They always say you can just say, "Hey, you got to get a good defense." Like. There's like a very generic.
You're quoting me.
Yeah, I was like, what is the
me of giving you?
Is it defense or offense? You say.
You say, well, it always comes down to defense.
Yeah, and that is how you can muddle your way through any sports conversation.
That works for all sports. And if you want to get specific, in baseball you can change it to pitching.
I was going to say, I guess baseball wouldn't work.
Goaltending. No, baseball has defense. Like there's team defense. That's a thing.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
The team that is like catching the ball and trying to stop the other team.
I didn't realize that was considered like a defense in that way.
That's defense. Yeah. You're defending. You don't want them to score runs. You're defending them trying to score runs. But yeah,
did you see about that baseball guy who ass so fat he pushed the ball into the ground?
You're gonna have to start over and speak English.
I'm not kidding. This is he was like going for in the ball in the outfield, and I want to say it hit he like dove and slid for it as it hit the ground. Like he miscalculated. So it hit the ground and he went over it, and his ass was so big it like smooshed into the ground.
I did not see
the way a cartoon character who like, when a cartoon guy like lands on the ground and there's an outline? Yeah. That's what happened. So he slides over it and then like does like a look around, like where the hell did this thing go? And then they realize it was like half stick it like a little groundhog in the ground.
I did not see that, but that's very funny. IT Crowd very famously makes this joke about soccer as well, where he's like teaching the guy how to get through the conversations, and he's like, they always try to walk it in, and it's just like that works universally.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I have had multiple conversations in my life where it's like someone asks me a sports question, I have no idea how to respond, and I say something platitudinally of like, well, it always comes down to the defense, or it's all going to come down to the line, right? And then it's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
See, luckily, as a Philly person, asterisk, I live just outside Philly, but I say Philly person because it's easier. I can just say go Birds, and that is the end of the conversation. I don't have to give
exactly.
I don't have to say
well,
shit.
But like here, let me give you the wrinkle. I'm walking home yesterday with the kid, and I get my Eagles hat on, and I gotta go Birds. I yell, "Go Birds!" And then the guy turns back around to me, and he's like, "How about those Phillies, huh?" And this man is running, like he is jogging, so he's like jogging backwards to talk to me, and he's like, "How about those Phillies, huh? Quite a tear." And I was like, "Yeah, man, maybe they're turning around." And he's like, "Yeah, Mattingly's gonna get all the credit. He didn't do a damn thing." And I said, "Well, the guy driving the car usually gets the credit." It's like,
see, that's what scares me about saying "Go Birds" and shit, because I have nothing else.
You don't have to have anything else. It's fine.
Well, it's like there was a store called
let me give you the way out. Right? You say "Go Birds," they say "Go Birds," and then they say like, "Oh, how about this weekend?" You go, "Hey, we'll see."
Okay.
Yeah.
But like,
or alternatively, you do the "Hey, you never know."
No, but you can't. I can't say. I have to be positive in Philly. You have to say, "Hey,
that
they're
is
going
a
to kill
positive.
it."
No.
If I say that you never know, that implies they could lose, and you cannot. say that.
No. It's the you never know is like you expect them to let you down, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's a store called Delco Trading Company near us, and they sell all kinds of like Philly sports merch and Delco shit. And because our the Eagles are famous for the tush push, they made sweatpants with tush push on the butt. And I was like, I cannot be a queer person in Philly and not own these sweatpants.
Yeah.
So I went and found them in the store, and I brought them to the counter, and the guy was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, these say tush push on the butt, right?" As if like, you are a man and you probably don't want that. And I was like, "No, I know. That's why I was like, I know." And I think my boyfriend chimed in. He's like, "That's the whole reason he came here." And I was like, "We don't have to get into it. We don't have to make it a whole thing. Thank you."
Meanwhile, back in the movie, we meet Christine Baranski, who is
love her character.
It shockingly doesn't feel as awful as you would think it is. To be clear, this woman should have a little more involvement in this child's life than she does, which is none.
She doesn't need to.
I mean, I feel like the kid probably wanted it at some point.
I mean, he's a shit, so I don't really care about his needs.
It's fair. But
point blank, I don't give a shit about Val's needs. But because she created an empire. She gaslit, she gatekept, and she girl bossed, and now she has a fitness empire.
Mm-hmm. And I love that her assistant secretary, whatever her title is, has the vibe of a dummy. And then when we cut back to her, she's reading,
Nietzsche.
Knew I was going to back. Is it Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, I think.
Nietzsche. Okay.
Making notes in the margin, like
like very clearly studying it well. Yeah, paying it. Yeah. And fun bits of business with Nathan Lane, like losing his mind in the lobby, even though he said he would wait. And we all knew that was a bad idea. Mm-hmm. They're drinking champagne.
Well, it's fun. I had a flashback of Nathan Lane in Goldmember, which is like one of my favorite cameos ever. So
who does he play?
He plays Foxy Cleopatra's secret body double. So Austin is sitting on a bench, and then Nathan Lane comes and sits next to him, and Foxy sits on the other side of Nathan Lane with their backs to each other. And as she talks, Nathan Lane mouths the words to everything.
Yes.
And the best bit of business is that Nathan Lane opens up a compact and like touches up his makeup. Foxy does not do this. And then he closes it and snaps his finger, and Foxy's voice says, "Ow." That is one of my favorite stupid bits in all of those movies.
It's a good bit. I would love to see another Austin Powers movie. I'm not made of stone.
One of my favorite things that I've stumbled across on the internet is people pitching jokes for an Austin Powers movie if it were made today. And someone was like, Austin doesn't like they, them pronouns, but it's only because he can't differentiate between group sex and one-on-one sex.
That's a good one.
He can't figure it out. I'm like, that is the perfect way to do that joke.
Yeah. Nathan Lane storms out as Christine Baranski is putting the moves on Robin Williams, which is very perplexing because she very clearly is trying to have sex with him. It's like,
I don't think she's trying to have sex with him. I think she's just like,
it's real horny in there.
I don't know. To me, it just feels like straight woman, gay guy besties.
She's like rubbing his chest. It's pretty touchy.
Yeah, we get touchy sometimes.
It's horny. It's horny touchy, not cuddle friendly.
I don't think it's horny touchy.
I would be curious to hear what the audience thinks. Is this horny? Is this part of the movie horny or not horny?
I don't think it's horny, and I'm the queer person.
I think this part of the movie needs to get bonked.
I'm the queer person. I say it ain't horny.
Yeah, but she's not queer.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's a horned
I
up
live
lady.
these relationships.
I think that of the two of us, I have more experience with a woman's interest in me as
I'm talking about a friendship between straight woman queer.
But this
queer
is
man.
not. This is horny. This is. Horny
I don't think it's horny.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong. How about that? Anyway, Nathan Lane storms out, and this car has the absolute perfect.
It fully has the Auga horn. And so
there's a great joke Robin Williams has when he gets back to the house and Nathan Lane's not there yet, that he's driving 20 miles an hour on the highway with the parking brake on.
And then he notices the crucifix on the wall and goes, "Are we crucifying someone tonight?"
It's such a big crucifix. It's preposterously large.
It is fully, truly like we are in a church.
I was gonna say there are some churches that this is too big for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so Albert comes back and is like,
"This is such a great scene." Nathan Lane is just like having the time of his life here.
Well, and like you can tell that Robin Williams is like, okay, I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
But also like recognizes that this is an incredibly difficult situation he has put the love of his life in. Like you can see those layers going on. Yep. And then and so he's like, I'm leaving, and Agador is very upset. And he's like, you can have, what does he say? You can have my red shoes. You can have this. You can have, and he's like, I don't want it. I don't want it. And then he goes, you can have my wigs. And Hank Azaria pushes away and keeps a grip on the shoulders and goes, which wigs?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nathan Lane reveals that he's going to a cemetery, and that's why he's packing so light. He asks for a toothbrush, and he has like the little
drawstring pouch you put sunglasses in.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's like but it doubles as like a cleaning bag. You can use it to clean the lenses. And he
much like this that I have right here.
He does this little flip over the shoulder like you would do with a large vessel, and it is just such a perfect little bit of actor stuff of just like flip over the shoulder and then walk out all head high or chin up.
So good. And then Robin Williams says, Hank Azaria, you have to start cooking dinner. I'm gonna go after Albert. And then Val goes, can you cook? And Hank Azaria goes, your father seems to think so.
They have a really beautiful scene on the bench here. Like, obviously, the movie is mostly here to make us laugh, but this is a really nice heart.
Emotional core
of the movie, the heart of it, that they just have a really nice, lovey chemistry as well. And
because in the movie, it's been hinted at that Albert wants a palimony agreement because obviously 1996, there are no rights, yada, yada, yada. And so this, he and Robin Williams keeps saying, I have one.
Yeah.
And you don't know if he's kind of like writing it, not in like a dismissive, I don't believe in this relationship kind of way, but just like, we don't need that.
Right.
And this is where you see like, oh no, he did have it this whole time. He pulls it out and he hands it to him to sign.
Yeah.
That they own, half of each other's everything or what. It's kind of confusing language as someone who like doesn't know.
The way that I don't know how that kind of thing would have worked in that era, but yeah, it's the way they describe it is basically like, I'm giving you half of what I own and taking half of what you own.
Yeah, I was like, this seems strange. So they go home and
this is when the Dan LaFontaine voice comes in, by the way. It's a voice on the radio.
Oh, you know what? Yes.
Yeah, it's not the Jay Leno part, but I don't know I think it's the radio in Gene Hackman's car, perhaps, or maybe it's Christine Baranski's, where they're like, it's total bumper-to-bumper traffic out there.
Yeah, someone has it. But yeah, Robin Williams is in his dark suit, kind of complaining about about it.
Looks like his grandfather.
Yeah. And Val is being a grumbly little shit. And then Nathan Lane comes in looking the part that you asked for. Wearing no rings, wearing no jewelry,
Yeah.
a very...
I found this scene very perplexing because like they're like, oh, he's wearing pink socks, which like nowadays that's like very normal. But it's like, okay, but if he got everything right but the socks, why are we being mean to him? He
just
nailed this.
swap out fucking socks.
Right.
Because Val, before he comes in, he's talking to Robin Williams, and he's like, "Don't move your arms too much, and don't walk too much, and you know what? Don't talk a lot." And it's like, "Hey, how about you choke?"
Yeah. No, the kid sucks.
Sit and spin, bitch.
I understand that he's supposed to be 20 and nervous and making a big decision and blah 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 blah. All that stuff's probably fine and is mitigating in some way. But like, this kid sucks. Sorry. Really funny bit with Hank Azaria where his shoes make him fall down.
Yeah, and then he's rude to Hank Azaria too.
Yes.
He snaps at him, and it's like, hey, he does not work for you, buddy. He has no stake in this game.
Right.
And then what does he said? Ron Williams says something about like, well, if Catherine comes here, if Christine Baranski comes here, Albert's gonna freak out. And Val has the gall to say, "Oh, Albert won't embarrass me. Hey, do me a favor, stand on the ledge, take a swan dive."
I mean, I do think that he is correct to say that, like, he says it very poorly. I think what he's implying is, like, Albert is not going to blow this up.
Yeah, but, like, it's just, it is this entitled little shit.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%.
There's a way to have gone about this. Like I said, if you said, hey, can we put you in black suits, come up with a backstory, and tone down the apartment a little for one night?
Right.
That is a reasonable ask.
Put on the black suits and go to a steakhouse.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I just go somewhere, anywhere.
It's like literally anywhere. Hackman arrives. Christine Baranski's stuck in traffic because the bridge is up. The bridge is up.
Also, I wish my days were full of rollerblading and thong bathing suits. It's all over this movie.
It seems like, to be honest with you, a very unpleasant way to do exercise to me.
I'm fine. I'm down. But it is all over this. Every time there's any kind of outside establishing shot or wide shot, it is just man ass and rollerblades. And a bunch of lady ass too, I should say.
And little pokies. So we have some business. Mom's not here. She said start without me. Blah, 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 blah. We kind of like get into it at dinner. And then the big reveal, Nathan Lane coming out in like full 50s housewife drag.
He looks like Barbara Bush.
He does look like Barbara Bush.
Everyone's very awkward. Hackman is basically stump speeching about the beauty of nature in America. And then that's when fake Barbara Bush shows up. This is where we find out that the TV cameras somehow picked up South Beach, Florida.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but the bald guy who's in the control room in this scene is the high voice guy from Seinfeld.
I thought he was familiar.
They would call and they would think it was the girlfriend because they'd be like, "Hi, Jerry, how are you?"
That's right. I love
we start talking about school prayer in an extended fashion.
It is such a great, like, because normally tension in a movie is for like thriller action purposes or horror, where it's like, when is the bomb going to explode? When is Toni Collette going to slap at the table and yell at everybody? But like comedic tension building is something you don't see a whole lot, I feel like.
Right. And it works really well. It very
builds
funny.
And builds. Nathan Lane says Alexander the Great was a fag. It's just so fucking funny.
Yes, yeah. Robin Williams like nervously putting more and more ice in everybody's cup.
He's
also
running
really great.
The ice bucket.
Yeah, ice, everybody, ice.
And then he drops the bucket, and of course Val fucking references a modest proposal. Get out of here.
Well, I didn't think that was that insane. It's a very famous piece of writing.
I don't like him.
I don't like him either, but I don't think his reference to a modest proposal is so damning. That's all.
And then we cut to Could Have Danced All Night, which, like, delightful.
Yeah, the big group sing along is very funny.
And then
I also like that they like partnered off opposite, right? Like Robin Williams is with Diane Wiest on the piano, and Hackman's dancing with Nathan Lane. You just said something I stepped on. I'm sorry.
Agador bursts in at the end for the big finale of the song.
Oh yeah, that's really fun too.
And then
I thought that he was going to blow it there and be like, see, I told you should put me in the show.
Yeah. And we got to
the China.
This is something that our family quotes a lot, I feel like. Because I truly don't know remember the first time I watched this specifically, but I do remember this was like, Mom and Dad loved this movie, so they like showed it to us.
Yeah.
And so this has now become a quote. And recently there was something where there was like weird, maybe it was Thanksgiving. Maybe it was a holiday where like something was weird. It was like plates we don't normally use or something. Mm-hmm. And immediately all of us were like, oh, don't you have girls in your bowl? I have girls in my bowl. And now I want China like this.
There's a great too where Nathan Lane's like, oh no, that's a girl. And Gene Hackman's like, I think it might be a while since you've seen a boy, but that's a boy.
Yeah, I now want to like find China like this and bowl in a flatware. Yeah,
I'm sure they exist.
Oh, I'm sure.
And more great business from Williams, similar to the ice, where he comes running out with the soup and he's like frantically labeling it in the bowls. But it's also very funny too. Just
eggs.
Like a little bit. No. That is also funny, but he nails the order of service.
Yes, he does. It's exactly correct.
And that is a little detail there where it's just like he is like playing the part so perfectly that it's like female guest, husband, child, his wife, his child, then himself. And I just was like, oh wow, that's like a really cool little detail that he like, and that they edited it in such a way that you see that, right? Because like there's a way to edit this where you sort of can't tell that stuff. And again, super tiny detail, but those are the kind of things that like make movies, things work. And it
kind of goes to show like they probably treat the clientele at the Birdcage very well. If they know how to do fine like serving stuff.
Yeah.
But he comes out with
to be clear, like as much as there is a quotes right way to do these things, but he does it according to
Emily Post. I would just call it the Emily Post way because then it's very clear like what I'm talking about.
Yes, it's a stew with eggs in it, which is actually common in a lot of world cultures. Like not so much here, but like hard boiled eggs in foods is very common. I often make dishes from other places. Like
I would want a soft boiled or a jammy egg in this situation.
Yeah. It's very common in like certain Ethiopian dishes to like pop some hard boiled eggs in there. And I'm always like, well, I don't want to eat that. I'm not going to have that. So I'm not going to do that.
You were joking that like when you go to a diner and like, how do you want your eggs? If you're like hard boiled or like deviled?
No. My friend's joke was always that she wanted to say deviled.
Which like, I would love to do that.
If you asked for hard boiled, which they probably would do, you could
because they probably have hard boiled eggs. I imagine they're on the menu already.
Yeah. You could probably devil your own there at the table. You could get the
tableside devil
mayo and tableside deviling. Honestly, that is
we talked about tableside peanut butter before. Tableside deviled eggs.
Tableside deviled eggs is a good idea.
You got a bowl of. Do you want mustard? Do you want relish? Do you like
it spicy?
Spicy, not spicy. What do you want?
Yeah,
sweet relish. That's a test because if you say sweet relish, we say get out. We don't want your money. Get out of here. Dill relish only.
Recently carrying regular relish, and I almost bought it, and I was like, you never need this. When you need relish, you need 3 pickles worth, which you always have in the fridge. Why are you buying this?
I like having relish on hand.
I just like don't. Whenever I need it, which is rare, I can just chop up some pickles.
That's fair. But then...
so anyway, they serve the bad food. Then there's a great bit of business where everyone simultaneously...
everyone takes a sip and realizes how bad it is. Because it's sweet and sour peasant soup. I made it up.
Yeah. And it was supposed to have shrimp. He's just holding these shrimp and dropping them.
He's got, like, in both hands, just a big old mass of cooked shrimp.
All I could think of was that we've talked a bunch of recently of that guy on YouTube's, I think his name is Scott, who does all the prop videos, like how he makes different things for movies. I was just imagining him talking about the shrimp.
I know.
There's no entree.
Yes, there's no entree. But they go back to the kitchen. Robin Williams and Val are passing Glenlivet back and forth while... out
of the bottle.
Out of the bottle while Agador is weeping into his shrimp hands.
Yes.
And then Robin Williams falls unscripted here.
Oh, really?
That's why if you watch this scene closely, he almost breaks. And Val and Hank Azaria almost break. And he clearly is like you can see he's like trying to telepathically be like, don't you fuck this up because this is a good take. We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
Stop crying. Stop crying. God damn it. Stop crying. But yeah, if you watch it back, you can see that the fall is clearly unscripted and that they all recover well. And then because he throws the shrimp as he's running by. I say this line all the time. He goes, fuck the shrimp. And I will say that all the time if I'm ordering shrimp or like eating shrimp.
That's fantastic. Also, shrimp is not like necessarily an entree, but it seems like it could be entree-ish, you know? Get these shrimpies.
Yeah, it could be entree adjacent. Also, again, you own the restaurant and nightclub downstairs. Just, hey, send up 6 fucking filet mignons or whatever.
Yeah, just do a Mrs. Doubtfire where you order it and then plate it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
This is where Gene Hackman like really goes crazy. He calls Hank Azaria a beige savage, which is just like, whoof.
Well, because also all 4 of Nathan Lane's wig slips off. And so Callista Flockhart jumps in to be like, oh, can you show me where the bathroom is? And then Robin Williams is like, I'll come too. And then Val's like, I'm coming too. And it's like, guys, one of you should stay behind so things don't get weird.
Right. Also, very clearly, Callista was on it. The two of you should chill.
She had it. Let the women do the work. They probably got this shit down.
Yeah. Sisters are doing it for themselves.
And the other funny thing is, Robin Williams makes a joke that Nathan Lane is just the little girl from Grover's Corner.
Yes.
Which is the fictional town in our town.
Oh,
and Gene Hackman's character is so stupid. He's like, how dare he make fun of Grover's Corner? It's a great place to grow up. But it's like, it's not real.
Yeah.
And then this is where Christine Baranski finally shows up because she didn't get the message because the shitty guy took the message off the note. Stole it, the reporter stole the note, so she doesn't know to not come inside. And this is where Val finally becomes a decent person and is like, no, Nathan Lane is my mother.
Yes.
She raised me. He raised me.
We get the whole truth. And it's very funny that Gene Hackman just like does not get it. Like, even though he's standing looking at Nathan
funny
Lane.
the way Diane Wiest basically has to go full miracle worker.
It's honestly, it's like the Monty Python parrot sketch where she's like, this is a man.
It's so great.
I wanted her to throw on the cravat and the glasses and be like, it's a man, baby.
Why won't you die?
Yeah. Also, they reveal that they're Jewish, and I so wanted Gene Hackman to be like, "Well, that just takes the cake."
That's the bridge too far for Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of business earlier that their last name is Goldman, but Lockhart lied and said it was Coleman, but didn't relay the lie. Because if you're gonna lie, you gotta let everybody know. Give the dossier. Laminate the page, laminate the cheat sheet, and hand it out.
Understand where the weak links are on your team. Give them less to do. Our mother, for example, very little to do in the scheme. She's mostly there for show.
No. Yeah, you're gonna welcome them into the home. All you need to know is who these people are walking in the front door. We'll take care of the rest, Mom. And don't say a damn word about the family. We'll take care of that.
You're not involved. You're gonna ruin the con.
So now they know the press is camping outside, and Albert is like, the one night I'm not performing at the club. And I can, you know what? I get it. I would be mad too.
It's
that like,
funny.
Are you kidding me?
Funny. Yeah.
And then Val is like, well, maybe they could just slip out at the end of the show. And Robin Williams says, well, they don't know. They'll be recognized in 2 seconds. And then we like push zoom onto Nathan Lane's face going, not necessarily.
Yeah. Hackman has like a very cartoon character wig is the only way.
He looks like someone from Bob's Burgers.
He does look exactly like someone from Bob's Burgers. That's perfect. But why is Diane Wiest wearing like Nazi gear?
It's not Nazi gear. It's just a Leatherman's cap, a mirror cap.
It looks like an SS officer's cap. It's like got the harsh angle in the brim.
Yeah, it's a mirror cap, MUIR. It's a very common leather, like piece of leather.
Okay, well that Mir got it from the Luftwaffe, my friend. It's very, I understand that it is fetish gear, but it is very Nazi coded to this layman's eyes.
I mean, I will just say there are a bunch of leather imagery that is very that.
Yeah. We Are Family, and Gene Hackman in this big wig doing like Hank Hill-esque dancing where he like clearly doesn't know what he's doing, where he's like
doesn't know how to move his body,
and he's like shimmying his shoulders, and like he's basically like doing shoulder raises, like exercises where you shrug. He's like shrugging his shoulders, stiff as a board, arms at his sides, like freaking out, and then has like a panic moment where he's like, no one will dance with me.
And I just want to point out, the only reason that the conservatives get any kind of a happy ending is because the queer people helped them.
Well, that's the whole point of this, is that he like comes a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. We don't see that. We see that he lets the marriage happen, but we don't know that he changes his policies. I
don't think he changes the policies, but I will say, like, this is how it happened.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like the cultural change in America. It happened like this.
I was like, this is not a true story. Like, this is not.
No.
No one actually escaped a drag nightclub in drag.
No. But like, this is exactly what happened, is like people realized that they knew gay people, or they met people who were out gay people, and they realized they were wrong, and they shifted. Did everybody do that? No. But like culturally in this country up until 5 years ago, like, we had all kind of been like, okay, well, this is just the, they're here, they're queer, we're used to it, it's like it happened. And I have to.
And frankly, in 2026, I'm not in the camp of when they go low, we go high. I'm in the camp of when they go low, I grab a shovel. Who can go the lowest?
Sure. But I'm just saying, this is like very accurate to me, of a guy who like has all these policies, meets this family, and is like, oh, they're just people. And then like, they have the wedding, and there's like the bit at the wedding where it's like, Bob Dole's hot. And then it's like,
which is the super drab, all in gray conservative side. And then the really fun people.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's like, I did find that to ring pretty true, of like, this is how it happened. Like, he, of course, let it was like, okay, you guys should just get married. You're happy. Who cares? But like, that I would say, for what we see Gene Hackman's character is at the beginning of this movie, to, you said, let the wedding happen, is a pretty big step. I think
this is one of the few things that I think the stage musical does better. They say basically, Albert. It's Albin, Albin in the stage show. Albert basically goes up to Gene Hackman's character and is like, hey, we will get you out of this if you bless the marriage that we are blessing. You give her the dowry that you're going to give her anyways. And you're not shitty about it, and that we never see you again. Deal? And I'm like, that to me rings so much truer, of like, yeah, this is not a kumbaya bullshit. This is a transaction, mon frere.
I disagree with you. I think it's way better this way. I think this is like human growth. This is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, but it's not growth, because he's still going to go back to being a shitty conservative senator with shitty views.
Maybe he stops voting for anti-gay bills.
Then show me. Then show me that. Put in the epilogue.
I think that is.
Give me the freeze frame epilogue on everyone so I can see where they are now.
I think this movie is not about that, but I get your point. I think it's valid, but I think it's a little more beautiful of a story that it is not. It is not that of like, I can fix this if you do these, things. I think it's a little more beautiful that it's like, oh, now they're just at the wedding and everybody seems happy to be there. Diane Wiest is crying, Gene Hackman's smiling. I don't know. You're allowed to feel however you feel. Yeah. But I think this is more beautiful than the what you described. Extremely funny movie. Obviously, we've been talking about how funny it is the whole way through. But I think what was most surprising about this to me is, having not watched it in a long time, turning it on and being like, oh, it's 2 hours long, and it not feeling that at all.
It does not feel like it feels like a 90-minute movie.
It's a really brisk movie. So that is a nice thing about it, beyond the fact that it's hilarious. But yeah, two all-time performances from Williams and Nathan Lane, but also, like I said,
Nathan Lane, who we didn't mention, looks more and more like he's related to us as the years pass.
Nathan Lane?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
He was in that Penny Dreadful City of Angels show like 5-6 years ago, and I was like, he looks like our grandfather and our father. And then I saw an interview with him like in the last 2 months, and I was like, are we sure he didn't drop the O at the end of his last name?
Yeah, maybe he might have.
It's looking more and more every day like he is a Leno. I'm just saying that.
But yeah, like, small parts are also great. Baranski's funny as heck. Azaria's funny as heck. I said Weiss doesn't get a lot to do, but she hits it out of the park every time she gets a shot. So just very, very funny movie overall.
Yeah, it is
an interesting and a way more pleasant movie about homosexuality in the American 1990s than something like In and Out.
I've never seen it.
You're not missing anything.
I don't think I am.
I wouldn't go back to that one. I'm just like aware of it. But yeah, just like, interesting from that perspective as well. From a like time capsule of the country.
Yeah, it's like this and Tu Wong Fu are very like, queer people are the magical queer person trope.
But Tu Wong Fu was nowhere near as popular as this. This was like a mainstream out and out hit.
This was a full mainstream. Tu Wong Fu is more
niche. Yeah. Not that I didn't enjoy that movie as well in a different way, but this is no disrespect intended. This movie is way funnier than Tu Wong Fu is.
I think they're pretty. For me, they're pretty neck and neck in terms of comedy.
Yeah. This one works. That movie is entertaining and I liked it, but not as much as I like this. I can't remember if I logged this on Letterboxd yet, but it'll be an easy 4 for me with the heart there. Like, this is just a very funny movie. Thank you so much for listening to the show. We have been doing quarterly bonus episodes on Patreon. We actually might hit our 15th deadline we've been trying to strive for here on the main feed for the first time in a long time.
And happy Pride.
Happy Pride. We will be back next month with both one here on the main feed and another episode on the Patreon, which we haven't decided what those will be, but I'll try to put them in the show notes if we get that before the 15th. So until July 15th, and then over on the Patreon, I have been Trip Leno.
I will always be Andrew Leno.
Until then,
we are family.
I got all my sisters at big.
Dissecting the 80s is a Chum Some of This production. Ow.